have a puppy over here. He came to visit. I'm amazed you're awake. How is everybody? Welcome to Fate of Destinee's live stream, episode 26. Pretty sweet. I'm always surprised at, like, just how many of these we've been doing. It's crazy, but, like, in a good way. First, I just want to kind of give a rundown of how we run the live streams, just in case you're new or you're watching this later on YouTube, so you have an idea of what's going on. I like to read the username. Hi, Aries. Yes, I know. I like to read the username and then respond, or then the question or comment, and then respond to that. Pardon me, I just had a strange tickle in my throat. There will probably be usernames that I mispronounce. I do try to get your names right, but if I try like 8 different times and fail miserably 8 different ways, cut me some slack, I'm sorry. Actually, there's someone in here who, Lina Kasane, who writes his username with phonetic pronunciation just so that I do it correctly, or pronounce it correctly. Yeah. I'm that special, I guess. So good evening, or good day, or good afternoon, or good morning, depending on where you are. Where are you? Y'all know I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm starting to get into that season where I complain a lot because I don't like being cold. I have this, like, little tiny space heater that I keep by my writing desk, and I just, like, have that turned on me when I'm writing or doing whatever it is, maybe editing a video or what have you, because I don't like being cold. So okay. So we're having some responses here. Let me go ahead and read them. Everybody's saying hello, but hello, especially to the new people. If you're new, by the way, give me a shout. Let me know who you are, and we'll all say hello to you. And welcome. Dmitry Volkov, the frozen wilderness of Alberta, Canada. Yeah, I imagine I would be complaining a whole lot more in Alberta. Fringe Sniper, hola, from rainy California. Del Reed, Miami Beach. Come on down, nice place to spend the winter. I'm sure it's lovely. Dan Harrer, still in Illinois, what's left of it. Tony Silvera, Newark, California. Shoot Fast Fun, Georgia. Peter Duffy, New Jersey. Vincent Marinucci. Oh, finally figured it out. Glad to be a part of it. Well, welcome. Everybody say hello to Vincent. I hope you have fun. I have fun. Oh my goodness, Aries. This is the last time I don't, like... This is why I keep him in the crate during these live streams, because he's so unpredictable. But let me see here. Right. Sit! He doesn't want to behave himself now. Oh, there we go. Right, come here. This big lug is my baby. Ugh. You want to say hello to the live streamers? You're looking the wrong way. There we go. Hi, oh my goodness. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. So this is my little baby bear, who is a huge cuddler, as you can probably already tell. But I have so many people who ask me, for Aries to come join a live stream. I finally let him stay out so that maybe he could say hello, and he's being a butt because he just wants to cuddle. He doesn't like the colder weather either, so he spends a lot of time following me around the house and, like, laying down on my feet and trying to be by me. He's silly. Alright. Come on, silly bear. Oh, gosh, you're heavy. Aw. There you go. Good boy. He's still, like, right on me. Like, no, Mom, no. I don't want to go down. I don't want to sit down on the floor. I may a tiny, tiny bit spoil him. Just, like, a little bit. A little bit. I know he's 2 years old, but I call him a puppy because he will always be a puppy to me. I think he looks like a teddy bear, so I call him Bear all the time, even though obviously that's not his name. He doesn't answer to it either, but he's my bear. Okay, let's read some more comments here. Oh, I forgot to mention, if the stream isn't coming in for you very well, usually refreshing, hitting F5 is enough to correct that to make it work. If that's not enough, let me know. Oh, also, changing browsers is sometimes a good option. I usually run live stream through Firefox or Chrome. That seems to work out pretty well for me. I'm sorry, I have like crazy hair today. He's just sitting here, like, just chilling out. He wants back up on my lap. I shouldn't have picked him up. Yeah, you're a sweetie. I know. You're a very good boy. Please behave yourself while I'm busy. Thank you. Today, it is like, I think it's called Berry Splash. Berry something or other Powerade flavor water. And it is also delicious. You know, it's funny. There are so many people who I find who are firearms enthusiasts who are also like animal lovers, or especially dog lovers. I thought that was kind of neat that it seems to be a very popular feature or element of the community. Okay, so a couple of you have pointed out that my hair is indeed darker. It's some, I don't know, I don't think it counts. I count as a redhead, but there's red in it now. I don't even remember the name of the color. Deep burgundy or dark burgundy or something like that. Anyway, there's a reason behind the hair dye. Not that really I need a reason, because I'm a girl and sometimes I like doing things like changing the way I look just for funsies. But it's been in December, so next month, it will have been 3 years that I've had my FateofDestinee YouTube channel, which is bonkers. I never thought that I'd be making videos for 3 years solid. It's totally crazy, especially because I'm still producing them at least once a week or 3 times a week. Oh, by the way, last week's live stream is live on on YouTube right now. So I decided that, you know, after 3 years, I want to make some changes to keep things fun and fresh for me. So keep your eye out. Expect a new direction for the FateofDestinee channel. And this may be one of the one of the little hints. Aaron Manning, 3 years of FOD! Oh, Aries, really? Can you go play with that somewhere else? Come. Go on. Behave yourself. Thank you. Oh, Schwell11 says, test. Yes, I'm reading you, I promise. And, whoops, where was it? Sometimes, well, because the comment feed is live and it updates, it takes probably only about like 3 seconds between when you type and when I read it. Because these comments update, they scroll, and so sometimes I'll start reading one and then I'll lose it, so just have a little bit of patience with me. I'm usually pretty good about keeping up with them, but this is directly in response to Ugla Hell. How are you keeping up with the comments? Yeah, I usually have my dad, my pro dad, sir. He helps out a ton with my live streams, just sitting here watching comments. We've only had like one real troll issue, so that hasn't really been too much of a problem. I mean, I'm really glad that you guys are just by and large really respectful and really positive, and that keeps the comment feed like cleaned up. But just in case someone decided to come in and start some nonsense, we do generally have Dad helping out, keeping an eye on that. Oh, Bradley, new direction? ... black powder only? Well, you'll just have to stay tuned. You'll find out. I definitely do want to start black powder. It looks like too much fun to not be taking a part of. Not to mention, part of my interest in firearms is the history of guns, you know? Like, that's a big part of why I love milsurp stuff so much. The idea that somebody actually carried the gun that is now in my hands out on the field of battle, like, imagine the stories it could tell, you know? I love that. So black powder is just that much more historic, so to speak, because they've been used, you know, for so long. Moon Clipper 45, your hair looks like $1,000,000, and I don't mean all green and lumpy. Well, thank you. I'm glad it turned out well. I don't, gosh, I haven't dyed my hair, like, permanently dyed my hair in, like, 2 years? 3 years? It's been a while. Brian B, more FOD, cowboy action shooting. Oh, man, I really do want to do more cowboy action shooting, but it's kind of expensive to get started with it if you don't already have the guns, which I don't already have the guns. I have a lever action Winchester Model 94 that I would absolutely love to use. Unfortunately, it's 32 special, and that rifle caliber would, like, poke a hole through most of the plates, because they're not rated for that, so yeah. Okay, let me read some more here. Handgun newbie. By that description, Dest, I bet French milsurp only has funny/sad stories. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you go by the cultural, well, at least in America, the cultural jokes or stereotypes, they would be only funny or sad, I suppose. But I bet you there are some stories, especially during the, or prior to the German occupation in World War II. Alright, sorry. Had to get rid of that. Moon Clipper 45, can we see your nails? If the paint job's good enough, I'll get you started painting my van. It's chipped. They don't look super, super nice right now. I couldn't decide if I wanted black and blue or black and red, so I did both. Just what I mean. Walker Armory. My wife bought me a black powder pistol kit. Love it. Got a vid on YouTube shooting it the first time. Always fun. Vincent Marinucci. I'm a Glock guy. I love shooting. I love shooting locks. The simplicity of the takedown and cleanup, and I shoot pretty good, so that's what I really love. Yeah, I suppose that doesn't hurt. I guess that's part of why I end up leaning more towards handguns over rifles, because I shoot handguns better. That's also a consequence of the fact that I just started shooting handguns a whole lot more. So I suppose if I had the same kind of experience level on long guns, I'd probably be a little bit better at it, but it's still plenty of fun, and it's something that I'd like to do more of. For sure. Thor to Shane, black powder revolver would be fun. I have seen them shot, and they are plenty fun on video, especially with how they smoke so wonderfully. Matt Russo, I have a Chris SBR. Have you ever shot one? Oh man, no, I haven't. I've never shot a Chris. I had the opportunity once to shoot the Vector, but by the time I went over, it was at the Iraq Veteran 8888 shoot. So by the time I made it over down that way of the range, it was like near the end of the day, and they packed it up. And I was like, okay. So I haven't shot one yet, unfortunately. One day, though. That thing looks so freaking cool. Dmitry Volkov, you mentioned a 300 Win Mag, Des. May I ask which one you have your eye on? I'm leaning toward maybe just to start anyway, a Remington 700 style rifle. I definitely want. No, I'm pretty sure that's what I want. I'm not done with my research, so I can't tell you like 100%, but I'm heavily leaning toward that style of rifle. I have no idea which. I mean, I know there are different variations on that original platform, if you will. So I don't know who I'll actually go with as far as makers, but that's where I'm gearing. Moon Clipper 45. Gun shop in town has a Kunin in 357 Magnum. Can't afford it, but I could gawk at it and drool. Oh, that's another gun I'd really love to shoot. The last time I went to SHOT, I talked with the guys at Kunin, and they said they were going to send me one for T&E, but I don't know, things that just kind of didn't work out. So, unfortunately, I haven't gotten to shoot one. But I've seen videos of it where the muzzle flash is like freaking 2 foot, 3 foot in some cases, which is a lot of fun when you're shooting, like just at like dusk, where it starts getting dark, or it's not so dark that it's dangerous and you can't see what you're doing or where you're shooting, but dark enough that the muzzle flash seems super like pronounced and dramatic. I love shooting at that time, especially guns like the M57. That Tokarev round, it just woof, lights up. It's beautiful. Oh, and of course the Smith & Wesson 500 is a lot of fun to shoot at that time. Apple iPhone says, hello there. Well, hello, Apple. Welcome. Axel Trekker says, a Seiko and 300 Win Mag is also a nice rifle. I will have to put that on the list of guns to research. Thank you. Apple iPhone, I got a Seiko 300 Win Mag. Alright, small world. Brian B. Today is the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. Perhaps a 58 caliber 1861 Springfield black powder in his honor. Oh, that'd be like rad and a half. I would really, really love that. That is one of the guns that is on my, I guess, really, really long do-want list. I'd love a Sharps one day, you know? That would be incredible. That'd just be nuts. Henka Newbie says, Dest, what about the Nemo Arms 300 Win Mag AR? Might be a little spendy, just a bit. Oh well, yeah, I'd like to be able to afford a 300 Win Mag in the next, like, lifetime, you know? That would be cool. They don't give those things away. They look really nice. Like I said before, it's one of the, there are a lot of really cool things I've seen at SHOT, but, which the Nemo is one of them. Not super much affordable. Not for my income, anyway. I'm not exactly, like, loaded over here. Thor to Shane, plus side of Google Plus. I have a comment on a rated RR video at plus 31. I feel like I've accomplished something. Yay! I enjoy his videos. I think the Tech Assassin ones are my favorites. Mark Rorick says, howdy, Des. Tips my cowboy hat. Well, hello. Apple iPhone. The best thing with the Seikos is that they always work. The handgun I would want is a Smith 500 or a Desert Eagle. Ooh, you know, I haven't shot the Desert Eagle yet. Well, I've shot the Desert Eagle 1911, but not the 50 cal, the one that, you know, shows up in all the movies and stuff. That's another gun that I'd like to try out, but I don't know that it's necessarily on my do-want list yet, anyway. I don't know. It may be one of those things where I shoot it and I'm like, yep, have to have it. Kind of like the Smith & Wesson 500 was. Handgun to be Dest. Have you checked out the Stevens Savage 300 Win Mag? I have one. I like it. I have not. Ooh, William Prophet. I'm dying to get a Tavor. Yeah, that one's pretty high up on my do-want rifle list. I love how modular it is, and I love how ambidextrous it is. That's pretty sweet, considering that I'm left-eye dominant, and so I prefer shooting long guns left-handed. I mean, I technically can shoot them right-handed. It's just such a pain in the rump trying to make my right eye focus the way the left eye just naturally does. And because I'm largely ambidextrous, it's just easier for me, in large part, to just pick up a gun and shoot left-handed, rather than try to, like, you know, use whatever tricks to try to make my right eye focus. Alright, let's get caught up here. La, da, da, da. Walker Armory, I got a Desert Eagle 1911. Awesome, unless you ask Peter Palma. He'll threaten you with a K-bar. Yeah, I thought that it was a pretty solid 1911. I wouldn't say that it's my favorite, but I wouldn't say it was my least favorite either. It did what I expected it to do. I didn't shoot it as well as like my Kimber, but you know, it wasn't mine, so that's okay. Midwest Neo. Y'all are talking exotic rifles, the Nemo arms, and the Tavor, and I'm just sitting here proud of my first scratch build AR-15. LOL, I got catching up to do. Oh, don't even worry. I don't have the same kind of experience that so many people, at least on YouTube, have that I follow or that I talk with, whom I talk. So I feel like I'm always learning, but I really enjoy that. That's a big part of what my YouTube channel has been about, is me sharing my journey as I learn more about the shooting sports and firearms. And that has been just such a fun endeavor for me. And what's cool is that other people who are perhaps newer to firearms, especially females, but also males, who have approached me either through like PMs or comments or emails or whatever, saying that that's something they really can relate to in my videos, and it makes the way I talk to people more approachable. Little do they know, I ramble like really, really badly, and I'm really awkward and goofy. So, you know, somehow I managed to fool them. Del Reed, I'm intrigued by the cowboy action shooting, already thinking about which guns, but it's hard to be a newbie at such things. How was your first time? It was wonderful, honestly. I'm pretty fortunate that I had a friend through YouTube who wanted to sponsor me for my first event because he's a shooter here in Wisconsin. And so I drove out to his range. He had a couple holsters, couple guns for me to borrow, and it just gave me the whole rundown on how to shoot the match. And one of the nice things was that even though I was, or regardless of being sponsored and having someone kind of show me the ropes, everyone who was at the match was just super kind and super helpful in trying to teach me like the way of cowboy action, the ways of cowboy action shooting, the rules, and even just methods for operating firearms with which I was not familiar, such as I had never shot any breech-fed shotgun or any double barrel, so that was new for me. I hadn't shot single-action revolvers before then, so that was a little different. Yankee Marshall says, Ruger Vaquero or Uberti for cowboy action shooting guns. Yeah, what I was running were 2 Ruger Vaqueros for the handguns, and Stager coach gun, I think is what the 12 gauge was. And I'm trying to remember who made what model lever action it was. But it was all in 45. Both the lever action and the handguns were in 45 long Colt. I'm probably leaning towards getting 357 chambered firearms, just because it's a little bit cheaper, and so it'll be a little bit easier for me financially to get started. But that's, you know, that's just where I'm leaning. Loved those Rugers. Seriously, they were awesome, awesome. Okay, let me read some more here. Shoot fast fun. I want to do cowboy action shooting. I have the whole dress code down pat, too. Yeah. Honestly, that is a hugely fun element to the whole event. I mean, at least the people with whom I shot, they're really friendly and accommodating. And there were people, you know, who were wearing, like, shirts and t-shirts and then, like, a cowboy hat. Or even just wearing whatever their normal clothing was. I guess the main like sentiment that I got from people who were at the cowboy action shooting match was that they wanted to encourage other people to start shooting cowboy action, and to just enjoy it and have fun. There was less like pressure on performance. I mean, as long as you were safe and you were having a good time, everybody was having a good time, you know? Sorry, I'm getting thirsty. Oh, delicious. Oh, Yankee Marshall says Stager is what my coach gun was. Oh, that gives me a question. Have any of you guys sold a gun before that you regretted selling? I haven't actually gotten to the point that I've sold any of my firearms yet. And I've contemplated it. Like when something really just spectacular was sitting in the gun shop and I was just drooling over it and having a real hard time. Aries, come. Come here. Oh, working with animals. Good boy. Yeah, I've had times where I was just drooling over something and I really just plain wanted to drop cash on it, but I didn't have the funds. Those are the only times I've really considered selling guns. And I just, even when I brought the gun to sell it, I couldn't do it. I ended up actually just getting range time and shooting it. That was all I could do. So it was like, after that shooting, I was just thinking to myself, you know what? I gotta hang on to this. Yankee Marshall says, not really. I always feel like I can buy it again later. Moonclipper45 says, I have 2 Rossi lever guns. Oh, whoops, that's in relation to a different question, but I'll still read it anyway. I have 2 Rossi lever guns. You know what, actually, I think it was a Rossi was what I was... No, it wasn't. It couldn't have been. They have a different shaped lever. Well, I'll have to ask. 1 full-length stainless steel rifle and .44 Magnum, and 1 little saddle ring carbine, blued, in .357 Magnum. And Brian B. Never sold a gun. That's like selling your child, lol. Tony Silvera. No, never sell your guns. Ugla Hell. Sold my CZ75 Shadow. Still regret it. Ooh, I really want that. Yeah, I would be very hard-pressed to part with that if I had one. Dmitry Volkov. Yes, sold my N14 when I was in university. Now it's impossible to find the same one. Oof. William Prophet. No, I can't part with them. Each one is special to me. Dallas. I've sold 1 and I wish I never had done it. See, all of this is totally reinforcing that I want to keep a hold of whatever guns I have. Paul G says, don't ever sell a gun. You will regret it later in life. I made the mistake 1 time. Never again. Alessio Baldi. Hi, Gun Geeks. Hi, D-Team. Just passing by to say hello. Eric asked me to say hello for him, too. Bye, guys. Well, hello. Enjoy your stay in the United States. Tom Gordon. Every gun I have sold is a regret. They are my children. The good thing is I got a better one. That is the one time that that would be the one reason that I'd consider it. Like, if I could upgrade. I suppose if I had one model of firearm and then I sold it so that I could acquire a more, I don't know, an improved model, that might be something. I don't know, though. Devin Koger. I buy and sell so many guns, I went ahead and got an FFL so I can make a little money. Ha. Yankee Marshall says, guns are tools. Buy and sell as you like. I think part of why I have a hard time selling guns, too, is that at my heart, I'm a collector. Every firearm has its own story, and that's part of what makes it special, I guess, for lack of a better word. Donald Roten. Destiny, I had to sell a Smith & Wesson bright nickel 44 mag, Dirty Harry gun. Dad died and I couldn't get the gun from California. Oof, that's heartbreaking. Jennifer Young, have a great evening, everybody. I hope the FOD T-Rex army scours the land for a worthy channel to blitz. Yankee Marshall, if you buy used, you can basically experiment with tons of guns without ever losing money. There's something to consider. Do you guys have a problem with, do you have a preference, rather, for buying used versus buying new? I've got a good number of both, new and used. I think part of what some of my used guns have been given to me, they're like, as hand-me-downs, so I especially like those pieces. Like, my Model 94 Winchester, that was a hand-me-down from my great-grandfather. He used to use it as a hunting gun, which is why it's really not in the best shape. There are a couple of nicks on the stock, and there's some wear on the finish, on the bluing. But it was used, and he used it to put, deer in the freezer. I think that's awesome. So I think about that every time I take it out to the range. But I have my share of new firearms, too. Brian B., I tend to like to shoot a gun before I buy it. Yeah, gun rentals are wonderful about that. I'm really glad one of the ranges I go to has a rental program. It's helped me make some decisions for my own firearms ownership. Midwest Neo, depends on what I'm looking for. Shotguns and bolt-action rifles? Used. Carry handguns and semi-auto rifles? New. Timothy John Larson, new and used are both good to me. The old ones have a history, and the new ones, you make the history. Oh, that's a lovely way of putting it. Oh, I was about to read one and it jumped on me. Del Reed, used guns are like used cars. All depends on how well they're cared for. That is an excellent point. Oh, Handgun Newbie asked, Des, did your shirts arrive? I haven't been able to make it out to the post office yet to go check. So, hopefully I can make it out tomorrow. That's my plan. Cross your fingers for me. But as soon as I get them, I'll drop you a line so you know. Thank you again for shipping them out. Dallas, not sure why I feel this way, but... Oh, shoot, it jumped. There we go. But for handguns, I don't want to buy used. But I'll buy a used rifle or shotgun. Yankee Marshall, if you buy a gun used, you can usually resell it for the same money and save the rental fee. That would be pretty helpful. Rick, hi Dest, I bought an M1 Garand. The guy I scored it from calls 2 or 3 times a year wanting to get it back, but I can't let it go. Ugla Hell, Des, why don't you run Google Hangouts like Yankee Marshall and Gunwebs do? I join Google Hangouts, but as far as hosting goes, I prefer to use Livestream rather than the Google Hangouts. I found that it's more interactive because well, for one thing, it's faster and the video quality is improved. I've been kicked off so many Google Hangouts just because the bandwidth dropped enough that it couldn't sustain my connection, or the quality of the video degraded like vastly. So as far as my live streams go, I'm gonna keep using this format, but Google Hangouts are still really nice for me to join and conversate with some other YouTubers. Lena Kosane, new versus used. Not really. Used can be cool if they're accompanied by a good story. Grab another swig of my water. Dan Harrer, there is nothing better than that new gun smell. Well, maybe that's cars. I do like new car smell. I like spent gunpowder smell, and I could get that pretty well from a new gun or a used gun. Cody, I try and buy new when I can, just to be sure they're cared for properly. Matt Russo, have you shot a Thompson Contender? We have a 44 mag, a 222, and a 30-30. I have not. Tony Silvera, I inherited an 1896 Mosin. My wife's aunt just said, get it out of my house. Winner! Nice. Thor to Shane, bandwidth. That's why you were kicked off. Yeah, actually nobody likes me. It's cool. I'm a terrible person. Shane Riani, good night, Fatesy. That is quite possibly the oddest name that anyone has ever used for me. Good night. Glad you joined the chat for a little bit. Devin Koger, new shoe smell. Oh, I like just leather smell. Like my dad got me for Christmas one year a leather jacket. Gosh, well, ages ago. It still fits me though. But when I first got that, the smell was so awesome. Alright, I always mispronounce this. Seriously, I have no idea. I'm gonna sound like such an idiot. Atchiger? I hate saying things I don't know how to pronounce. Nothing's better than the smell of hops number 9. I do really like the smell of hops. Or hoppies, if that's how you prefer to say it. I always feel silly when I say hoppies, though. Even if that may be the right way, it just feels silly. So I guess I end up using both. Brian B. I shot a Mosin. They're pretty good bolt guns. They have an addictive quality. That or maybe they just breed, because every time I turn around, I seem to have acquired another one. Schwell 11. Mosin is never a bad buy, unless you pay too much. Shane Riani. First time. Yep, it's odd. Well, welcome. Everybody say hello to Shane. Walker Armory. Love the burn of COP in the eyes when shooting. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, that doesn't sound very comfortable. When I had first gotten my own 1911, it had not been... It had a couple of maintenance issues. Needed a new recoil spring, and it was... I didn't realize that I needed to put a little extra oil on it. So then someone said, oh, it looks like you're running dry. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll put some extra on. I put way too much extra. So then I'm shooting it, and I've got my entire, shooting hand is just, coated in oil. New shooter problems. Oh, Bradley says, I see Mosins for $129.99. What are you all seeing for prices? Moonclipper45 says, hops goes into beer, hoppies goes into guns. Cute. Robert Olson says that his image has frozen. Did refreshing help? Because, well, on my end, it's running still, but your mileage may vary. Also, I'm using Chrome, if that means anything. Matt Russo. Ever been to Louisiana? No. I have not. Not yet. One day, that would be really awesome. I love traveling, especially road trips. But I haven't yet, and I don't have any plans, at least, for the present time. I don't have any plans to go there. I have family that has been around there and talked about the experience, though. What struck them and what I found entertaining in their conversation about it was how that Cajun accent is almost a language all on its own. Some of the examples I've heard of it, it's got such a beautiful lilt to it. Matt Russo, that's where I'm from! Yeah, I think part of the draw for me to visit the South is partly because it's absolutely freezing out here in Wisconsin, and I don't like it. And the attitude, at least towards firearms, seems to be a lot different in general, your general population. There are always exceptions, of course. But what I think is funny about Wisconsin is that we have a huge population of hunters. Like, I remember back in high school, you always knew when deer season was, even if you weren't into hunting, because all the boys would be gone, and the teachers would even plan their class schedules and their homework so that they would have really light assignment days, because they just knew there were going to be a bunch of kids absent, and many of them were hunters themselves. But even with that, I guess, cultural element of having a lot of hunters, there aren't a lot of firearms enthusiasts. Ugla hell. Des, do you like knives? Oh, absolutely. That was a really weird sound, Aries. That totally derailed me. Yes, I like knives. I like a wide variety of knife makers as well. I think most of my blades end up being Benchmades or cold steel. At the present, I've got a K-bar, I've got a handful of SOGs, I think I've got a couple of Spydercos running around. I think that's the majority of them. There's the oddball blade here and there. I've got a decent sized collection. I wouldn't say that I've got like a bajillion knives or something, but I really like them. What's nice about blades too is you can still get some pretty decent steel without spending as much on a firearm as you would on a firearm. Although there are knives that are as expensive as firearms, which is, it seems kind of crazy considering, the simplicity of the knife technology versus the complexity of firearm technology, but I don't know. I guess there are plenty of people who have been paying that kind of money. Like the swords that Cold Steel sells, some of them are, upwards of $400. Or I've even seen some Benchmates that are like primo top dollar, which is pretty cool. Shane Riani, I think I'll just call you Destiny from now on. That look you gave me was classic. Well, I'm live in living color. There's no script, so what you see is my reactions. I don't know. Robert Olson, would you ever carry or try a Glock 23, which is chambered for 40 Smith & Wesson? Not whatever I was trying to say. For concealed carry. I don't prefer 40. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's a little snappier and a little pricier than I have a personal interest in. So that's one caliber that I'm not excited over which I'm not excited. But I would consider buying a Glock, just probably in either like 45 or 9 would probably be more likely. I don't yet own one. I know, I don't own a Glock. It's crazy. How could I call myself a firearms enthusiast? But, I'll get around to it eventually. They just don't work for me as well as several other kinds of firearms, so they haven't been like higher up on my do-want gun list. Drew Smoke Johnson. Des, I made it! Sorry, been wrapped in work. Christmas around the corner. Missed y'all. Listened to the other lives through headphones while I worked, though. Don't get in trouble doing that. I do like that you guys take time to tune into my live streams, though. Seriously, that's really cool for you to just stop and make time in your schedules to chat with me. Some of you stay for the entire hour and a half, which, kudos, guys. That's really, it means a lot to me, because I genuinely enjoy the interaction. Oh, I had another comment that I wanted to respond to. Ah, here we go. William Prophet. I have a few knives. Once I got an Emerson with the Wave, I stopped buying knives. That's one that I forgot. I have the CQC7AW. Seriously, that knife is fantastic. I love the wave function. I know though they've done they had like a collaboration effort with Spyderco, and then I think there was a Delica and an Endura, I want to say, that were released with the wave function, where it's the blade that has this little, I don't know, a catch, if you will, and that way when you pull it out of your pocket, it automatically deploys. just by friction against that corner of your pocket, pops it out. So it's it's unassisted, but it's still pretty darn quick. Love it. Shoot fast fun. Don't have a Glock? Don't want a Glock. Apple iPhone. I love talking to you, Des. Aw, thank you. Lena Kasane. Cold steel swords are great. They are worthy enough to dispatch zombies. I have a number of their machetes. I haven't made the investment into getting their swords, but I have a number of their machetes. One of the things that I like about cold steel is that they make some of the more exotic weaponry. And that's just, it's neat to know that it's out there if I were to want to pick some up. Like some of the machetes I have are they're pretty rad. Not to mention they're very effective, which is why I bought them in the first place, to use them. Get Moon Clipper 45. Oh, once I picked up a new chainsaw, I didn't see any reason to carry a knife anymore. Just kidding. Whew. It's quite, it's like Uberman Chainsaw Edition. Al Luck. Love the Emerson Commander. That's the next one on my, like, the next Emerson that I'm eyeing up right now. Chris, I'm an anti-Glock sentiment. Okami Jigoku. Glocks are good guns, but they just don't fit me. That's about the way I feel about them. I have a bunch of friends. I know a lot of members of law enforcement or the military who that's just their go-to, and it works for them, and that's awesome. You know, there's a reason why they've established the reputation that they have, in my opinion. But I don't shoot as well with Glocks as I do with some other firearms, so I haven't gotten as excited about them as other guns. Devin Koger, extreme ratio makes great blades. I have not even heard of them. I will have to go look into that. Lee Nakasane, well, Glocks aren't for everyone. I will receive my first handgun in the form of a Glock 19, and that gun feels good in my hand. Yay, congratulations! Shoot fast fun. I'm not anti-Glock, I just don't find them attractive. Ooh, ain't that the truth. They're, not one of the prettiest, in my opinion. But, you know, I don't require pretty. It's just preferable. Al Luck bought me the Chinese copy of the Commander first. Big mistake. Made me really want the real one. Yeah, I can imagine so. Most Chinese steels I've seen are, not awesome. Lenny, I have a SIG P229 and a Glock 26. I prefer the SIG. It feels better and shoots better for me. Oh, I'm quite fond of SIG pistols. I end up leaning a little bit toward the enhanced editions of them because they have that one-piece grip, and works a little bit better for my size hands. But as far as fit and finish and function goes, I like them. Alright, let's read some more. Ooh, Al Luck. Extreme Ratio are awesome Italian knives built like tanks. Oh, that sounds like fun. That's something I'll definitely have to look into. David B. My first gun ever was a Gen 2 Glock 22. You know, I shot, when I was at Hickok 45's range this past summer, and Tommy from Tennessee Outdoors 9 was there. He had a Gen 3 Glock 19 and a Gen 4 Glock 19, I think. And I ended up liking the Gen 3 a little bit better than the Gen 4, which was kind of surprising. I just assumed that the Gen 4, especially with interchangeable back straps and everything, I just thought that would kind of work better for me. But if I do end up getting one, that might be something to consider. Or maybe a Glock 30. Shoot fast fun. The prettier the gun, the better it shoots. That must be why my 1911 shoots so well. It's pretty science. I like that. That's silly. Old, dirty, and smelly. Do you like auto knives? Like them? Most definitely, but they are unfortunately not legal to carry anyway out in Wisconsin, so I don't have any. Ugla Hell. Des, do you plan ahead your YouTube videos? If so, what's next? Oh yeah, I do a lot of planning for my YouTube videos, and I work at least like a week or a couple of weeks in advance. I like to have a little bit of a backlog up, and I'm always working on a bunch of different projects at once. One of the nice things about it is that I can choose what videos I want to put live, because what often ends up happening is I'll be working on like maybe 10 different projects between recording footage or having footage that's not produced or having footage that's produced that hasn't been uploaded or what have you, whatever stage of production they're in. I'll often get excited about one project in particular and then totally like not pay any mind to the other 9 irons I have in the fire and just work on that one. So it's nice to have that kind of freedom. Last year I had, I think it was actually last winter, there was just a point in time where I was really, really sick. I just had this awful, nasty, like, debilitating flu, where it wasn't, like, something that I could just go to the hospital for, and it wasn't, like, that kind of severity, but it really just took me out of commission. I couldn't, like, think straight, and it was really difficult to write, and I sounded and looked like crud on camera, because the camera has a way of, like, almost exaggerating anything that's like going wrong with you, whether it's emotional or physical. And I ran into it got me into a really tight corner with keeping up with my video release schedule because I was sick. I was not able to record videos, and so I ended up doing a video while I was sick, and it's just not a position I want to find myself in, so I try to work ahead. Anyway, what's coming up next? You'll just have to wait for Thursday. Thursday at noon, I'll be releasing the next video on FateofDestinee. Justin Wooden. I'm eating Chinese food! Oh, dude, literally, my stomach just rumbled. Like, it is rumbling right now. That sounds so good. I think I forgot to eat today. No, I ate breakfast. Oh, shoot, it's like 7 It's like 8 at night, and I haven't eaten since, like, 10 this morning. Whoops! My bad. No wonder I'm hungry. What kind of Chinese are you eating? Okay, let me read some more comments here. I lost one. There we go. Brian B. I hope you don't get sick anymore. Being sick sucks. Yeah, it's not so much fun. And being sick, like, automatically turns most people I know, myself included, into, like, total babies. Like, oh, I'm sick, I'm dying, and it'll be, like, the flu or something. And it just kind of ends up happening a lot of times during the winter, you know. Okami G Goku, Dad of Destiny, you're supposed to get on her about that. Yeah, my parents, like, make fun of me. They'll tease me that I'm a grown adult, but I, like, don't remember to do some of the, like, basic things, like sleep normally or eat normally. I just, forget. I get wrapped up in whatever I'm doing. I'm writing or working on a video, especially. My dad calls it tunnel vision. And I just, like, forget. Justin Wooden. Rice, chicken, and all that good stuff. Oh, dude, that sounds delicious. Seriously, that sounds really good. I wonder if I get out a live stream, it'll be too late to order Chinese. That sounds so tasty. Fringe Sniper, I'm cooking while watching the stream. I am a terrible cook. I can make a heck of a sandwich. Let me tell you, I am really, really good at sandwiches. I know, because I've been told, and that was my job for a while. So I've got that down pat. So lunch and other time you want to eat a sandwich, I got your back. Eggs, I can do pretty well. Scrambled eggs, I'm actually like good at. And then I can cook like tilapia. That's about it. So if you want to eat anything else other than that, and I'm expected to cook it for you, you are just out of luck. I love pizza. Pizza works great for me. Lena Kasane. Off topic, Dest. Is there a sushi bar there in Wisconsin? Oh yeah, sure. There are plenty of them. Well, how good they are, I guess, is up to your opinions. But places like Milwaukee and Madison end up having a lot of different places to eat. So they're fun for visiting because of that. Bradley, PB&J, go now, Des. Oh, PB&J is so delicious. I like crunchy peanut butter and then raspberry jelly. And I make what I call fatty sandwiches because they're like huge. And my family always knows when I'm the one who made sandwiches because they're just like ridiculous. But I really, really like peanut butter and jelly. Like I've never gotten tired of that. Okay, let's get back to guns. Oh, I have a show and tell for you. Hold on, let me see if I can grab it without, like, hurting myself. Alright. This little gem is a Browning BPS, and it is in 20 gauge. So, I suppose a modest caliber, if you will. But it's pretty. This was the first shotgun that I bought for myself. And right now, it has this bad boy mounted on it, the Red Ring sight. Which, by the way, is really cool. I'm going to be featuring that in some video upcoming. So, keep your eyes peeled. Oh, quick question for you guys. Preference. Do you prefer pump action or semi-auto? I'll shoot both. I just enjoy shotguns in general. I prefer 12 gauge, but, well, 20 will get the job done, because usually the only thing I'm shooting is paper or, clays. But I think I lean toward pump action, especially with, shells being, plastic shells. You just can't account for all of them being exactly the same precise shape, and the fact that they're at least somewhat flexible compared to metal anyway. I just find them more reliable, and I enjoy them. Jofi Beat says, Remington 870 20 gauge for my home defense. Aaron Manning says, I have a pump. Never shot a semi-auto shotgun. Drew Smoke Johnson, classic pump. Yeah, Browning makes some really gorgeous firearms, in my personal opinion. Apple iPhone, I'd go semi-auto. Charger 8924, both. I can't just pick one. I know that feel. William Prophet, semi, but pump is okay. Okami Jigoku, I prefer my pump action Mossberg 500. Timothy John Larson, I have never shot a semi-auto shotgun, but I own a pump and enjoy it. Oh man, I actually have a really, really old video of this up on my YouTube channel. My dad has this. It's a copy of the Browning A5 shotgun. It is called the Atis. It's Italian. And that was the first, I don't know if it was the first, I think it may have been the first 12 gauge I ever shot. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure, or I'm positive, it is the first 12 gauge I ever shot. And oh my gosh, that thing kicks like a dang mule. And the video is just, I put it up because I thought it was funny, because it kicks my butt. You can see it. You can tell I've never shot. I had never shot it before, because it's just, boom, thumps ya, real good. That is not one that I like to shoot all day. It's not fun. For me. I mean, it's his shotgun, and he likes it. That's the reason why it's his, but... Friedrich Bonnenman. 870 pump here. Bill Fenton, pump. Mark Rohrig. I would definitely say lever action rifles, but I would love to try pump shotguns. Spaceman Brown, pump for sure. Lee Nakasane, nice shotgun.
Thank you.
I don't know, I guess it would definitely be a contestant for my prettiest gun. With all the little scrolling, or scroll work and whatnot. It's purty. Brian B. My Browning Auto 5 is dead nuts reliable. As long as you aren't changing loads, then you may need to adjust the rings for more or less recoil. It's nice that it doesn't kick as hard as a pump. That hasn't been the experience that I've had with pump versus semi. I've always, all the semis I've shot have kicked more than the pumps I've shot. So far. I mean, I know I have friends who tell me that they have, like, super low recoiling semis, but they're not ones that I've shot. Moonpepper 45. H&R's version of the pump 12 gauge. Only. Lena Kasane. Pump or semi-auto. Either. I don't discriminate. Drew Smoke Johnson. I agree with Shoot Fast Fun. The sound of the pump is just as deadly to most people. Don't even have to fire. I like how like recognizable the sound is. It's something that you hear in movies, and I don't know. I just enjoy pumps. Pump action shotguns. They're fun. But if someone were about to hand me like Benelli M4 or something, I wouldn't turn them down. You know, I wouldn't even frown. When is that gun made, Dust? This guy I bought brand new in, I want to say, 2010? 2009? Gosh, I don't even remember. It's a few years old. Oh, Shoot Fast Fun. The pump sound is also good punctuation to end the sentence. Have my daughter home by 10. Yes, sir. Oh, I just realized we've been chatting for an hour and we haven't done the FOD Blitz yet. So, let's do that. First, let me bring up the YouTube channel. Oh, I forget. For those of you who haven't done an FOD Blitz, what I like to do is head over to a channel. Oftentimes, they're channels that are smaller than mine, or just channels that have really supported my YouTube efforts or supported my channel, and I pick out one video of theirs, and we all, as a team, head over to that video and we leave a comment. It can be anything like simple, like FOD Blitz, or FOD sent me, or FateofDestinee sent me, or I'm here for the FOD Blitz, or whatever, or something creative. Some of them are really, like, fun, ridiculous ones. And what I do is I read the comments that you guys submit. So today, the channel that I have chosen is a channel that's smaller than mine. It is Keeping Peace 2010. And actually, I will go ahead and put it into the chat window so you can see it. Peace 2010. Colleen runs that channel, and she is just a really, like, sweet lady. I've done some training with her. I took a handgun class from her, and I think she provides some really wonderful information, and I love what she's doing for sharing firearms knowledge and encouraging people, especially women, to get into the shooting sports and to learn how to operate a firearm, including in self-defense capacity. And the video I've chosen is called Gun Terminology for Dummies, parentheses, a crash course in gun lingo, end. Cover versus concealment. It is, I think, her most recent video. It only has like 120 odd views at the moment. What I'd love for us to do is go head over to the video and say hello. So, if everybody has found her channel and found that video, go, go, go! And I'll start reading your comments. FOD Blitz is probably like my favorite thing that we do on the live stream. Pretty much. Alright, let's see what we got here. Whoa, and oh, let's see here. Oh, Shane Riani says, I'm filling out the application for med school. Just wanted to say thanks to your followers who welcomed me. Thanks, everybody, for saying hello to Shane, and good luck. Alright, let me just put the link to the video, or the name of the video, in the text so that you guys can find it real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Gun terminology for gunnies. Cover versus concealment. Huh. Gun terminology for dummies. I don't know that I said that right. Alright. Let's see if Google Plus has figured out how to read or how to have comments. Ah, we have the first one! Neanderthor66. Do you see what happens when you aren't in an FOD live stream? You get blitzed! Alright, sometimes my Google Plus likes to refresh and well, sometimes it doesn't. I know this has changed a little bit with some people not having Google, or with the whole Google Plus integration type thing. I theoretically just put in a link to the video, theoretically, into the chat thread so y'all can see it. Nope, it won't let me. Sorry. Alright, there we go. Now they're rolling in. Neo46-121. FOD Blitz. Okami Jigoku 13. Das FOD Panzerkampfwagen Blitz! And I dare you to make fun of our T-Rex arms. Should I be here? Destiny says you must obey the FOD army. Surrender or be blitzed. Tag, you're it! See what I did there, boss? For those of you who missed the reference, Tag is how I refer to the website of which I'm managing editor, thearmsguide.com, which I love working on that site. It's pretty rad. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. We post up new articles every day on the same kind of stuff that I write or make YouTube videos about. So guns, gear, shooting, all that fun stuff. Anyway, we're FOD blitzing. Axel.truck. Destiny sent me here. Blitz! Fire of the Greeks. FOD Blitz! I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm really not. Stick out tongue. Shoot Fast Fun. 407 seconds ago, Destiny brought forth on this content a new blitz, conceived in her mind and dedicated to the proposition that all blitzes are creative. Now we are engaged in a great video testing whether the internet can contain or allow any great blitzing traffic. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should say, you have been blitzed. By the way, that was fabulous. Wonderful Gettysburg reference right there. That was awesome. Alright, come on and update. Comments? I know there are new ones. Yeah, there are new ones. Guns for good. Time for the Blitznado! You have been FOD blitzed. Drew Johnson. The T-Rex army is here! Sharing love from a fan from fans. So, we present unto you the FOD Blitz. Spaceman Brown. I spent the last 20 minutes trying to think of a funny comment for the FOD Blitz, but I forgot it. Tampa Bay Blaster. FOD Blitz from Des. Blam, blam, kablooey! Right, comic book action. That was awesome. Eric CC 2019. FOD Blitz. Branch Sniper. Hello there, and you just got blitzed. USPS 016. Blitz, blitz, blitz from FOD. Planks for Fun 1982. Thank you for the video. It is always great to see other women in the shooting sports, especially those who are interested in empowering others. FOD Blitz. Smile. Timothy Larson. Great info, great channel. FOD Blitzkrieg from the FOD T-Rex army. Devin Koger, FOD Blitz, I need match ammo. CJ Wilson, come all the way to the rich, full, satisfying flavor of FOD Blitz. Mwahahaha. Mwahaha. It was written as an evil laugh. I'm not very good at laughing evilly, I'm sorry. I need to work on my evil. Commander 316, you just got blitzed by a Destiny follower. Mark Parton, we have come from the FOD army to blitz your channel and thank you for all you do for the gun community. T-Rex, roar! I guess that'd be like, roar! It's very threatening. Emerald Knight. Oh, whoops, I missed this one. William Prophet. Blitzing, do the blitzing. They are the modern shooting family. Emerald Knight. Hey, Colleen, you've just been blitzed. Courtesy of FateofDestinee. BC Block 02. So, I watched the wrong video for the blitz, but hey, why not watch 2 videos while I was here? LOL. Yeah! Alright. I'm gonna refresh this, because sometimes even though it's supposed to automatically refresh, it doesn't. Aw, yeah. Sweet, looks like we're all caught up. Or I'm all caught up for the moment. By the way, thank you for helping me out. I appreciate that, you know, I asked for you guys to pop over to another person's channel, and many of the times y'all aren't even familiar with the channel, and so it's really nice that you show a little bit of love to somebody else because I asked. And I know they appreciate it. I always get a message afterward from them. Oh my gosh. The fellow whose name I cannot seem to pronounce. Achigurh? Yeah! You're gonna have to tell me how to pronounce that so I stop feeling like such a goober. I can't read this per se because it's an image of a tank and it's awesome. And then it says FOD Blitz. Jeff Pierpont, we came, we saw, and we blitzed you. Don't blame me. Destiny said to do it. FOD Blitz. That was cute. Vini Vidi Vici, right? Alright. Alright. That was lovely. French Sniper, Bob's Army Tank, LOL. Lena Kosane. My FOD Blitz comment is based on the song Spaceballs from the movie of the same title. Oh, I watched that like a million times. I didn't make the connection at all. I totally dropped the ball on that. Darn it. Guess that means I haven't watched it in too long. I should probably put that movie on. Jofa Beats, it's always fun to attack. Blitz, another channel. Aaron Manning, I love when Des does that T-Rex arms thing, LOL. Because I have T-Rex arms. Inside, I'm a T-Rex. Or maybe outside, I'm just an absolute goofball. And Drew Smoke Johnson. So, as I hear all the Blitz comments, I think, when are we going to get patches for the T-Rex army? I'm working on it. I'm sorry. I have a lot of irons in my fire. I'm working on it, though. I haven't forgotten, I promise. Thor to Shane. My screen froze during the punching. Good still image. Yeah! Oh, it looks like Apple iPhone has to head out. Well, bye. Thanks for joining. Okay, I'm reading some more comments over here. A lot of people seem to be fond of that Gettysburg Address Blitz edition. That was pretty rad. Ah, there we go. Apple iPhone says, gotta go to bed now. Got it. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. It's crazy how we have people tuning in from, like, different locations on the globe. Not just, like, one of you is in California and one of you is in, like, New Jersey. You know, like, that's totally opposite sides of the country. That's pretty rad. But it's even, like, more bizarre. Well, not bizarre. It's just More... The time difference is bigger. There we go. I was really struggling with a way to just spit that out. Huh. See what I mean, guys? Like, I don't know why y'all put up with me. Words. People say words. Jofa Beats, we didn't do the location check tonight. I did. I did it very first thing, actually, before I even did some of my other, like, regular things. I totally did that. And Charger 8924. Is the kangaroo a modern-day T-Rex? Oh, I had, It reminds me of some image I saw of, like, a kangaroo as a cross between a T-Rex and a deer. I thought that was silly. Dan Harrer, oh my god! They've gone to plaid! Mark Rorig, fantastic. Fantastic. Donald Roten, Des, how do I go to one channel without losing you? The way I do it is I open up another tab. That came out kind of funny. In my browser, but if you like, you could bring up a second browser to have YouTube up on that. That would work. I would think. I mean, it's worked for me. Chris, the alligator is the modern-day T-Rex. Jofi Beats, that's what I get for walking in late. You know, real-life calls, you gotta answer. Dan Harrer, FOD. They have internet all over the world? Cool! Oh my god, I hear they're making the internet, like, for computers today. Isn't that crazy? Like, who does that? Oh my god. Tom Taylor, do people tell you that you look like Dexter's sister? I've had a couple of people say that, but I've not watched Dexter, so I don't know. Shoot Fest Fun. May the Schwartz be with ya. Okay. Chris, I want an FOD fire iron. That would be kind of cool. That's one of my, like, bucket list things is to take some gunsmithing classes. That would just be, like, 12 kinds of awesome. Jofa Beats, wait, this isn't real life? Well, I suppose that depends on your definition of real life. I mean, I live on the internet, but occasionally I venture outside of the internet. According to my sister, who is more social than I am and less shy, apparently there is a world outside of the internet. Even if you walk out of your house, there are people out there. That's ridiculous. I think she's pulling my leg. Oh man. If I could show you guys, my dog is giving me a pretty serious pout face right now. He's been pouting pretty much since I dropped him from my lap. Usually he's just like asleep all the time. Ooh, Dan Harrer says, who else is fired up about the next Hobbit movie coming out in a couple of weeks? This gal! Charger 8924, would Des be Princess Vespa? That's funny, I don't look Jewish. Jofa Beans, LOL, I live on the internet too. Sometimes I actually see that big bright thing in the sky. You know, theoretically, that big bright thing is out there in the sky, but it's not doing a whole lot to warm the air up. We need to work on that. Or I need to move southward. My dog has a pretty serious pout, I gotta tell you. Like, he even, like, pokes his lower lip out like a person and everything. I think he does it because he knows how effective it is on me. Like, tugs my heartstrings. He's just sitting here, like, sighing. Jofa Beats, +1 for the Hobbit. Yes! +1. Shoot fast bun. Move south. Oh my gosh, if I could do that and just bring my whole family with me, I would in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think about it. At one point I lived in Florida and it was awesome. I think that's probably my favorite place that I've ever lived. And the weather was wonderful. Aaron Manning, now you got him crying, poor guy. I told you, he's really good at pouting. I wasn't kidding. Like, that's his superpower is pouting. William Prophet, you and your dad can move to Virginia. We have a terrific indoor range. What about all the rest of my family? Chris, we like having you in the Midwest, FOD. Don't move. I'll probably be here for a while. Good, Tony Silvera. Get him a sweater, poor puppy. I found little doggy parkas, and they're awesome. Like, they look like actual jackets, so they're not, like, ridiculous and silly looking, like, some of the, like, costumes and things that you see at pet stores. But, oh, yeah, so I will definitely be picking one up for Aries, because he's short hair, and he doesn't do really well with cold weather. So, he needs himself a little jacket. I've just been really slow to get him one, because I feel bad putting my pets in any kind of, like, goofy clothing or whatever. I, just feel like I see pictures of pets that are wearing clothing, and they just look like they're being tortured. Like, I don't want to do this. Get this off of me. So, I don't dress my pets in things. Not my cats or my dog. Donald Roten, Des, he's a four-legged human, not a dog. I keep telling my dad that he's actually my baby. He's just a baby. And he likes to remind me, no, Destiny, he's a person. He's not a person. He's a dog. He's not even a puppy. Like, but he's a baby dog. No, he's 2 years old. He's all grown. But, I don't know, he brings out the mom in me, I guess. Tom Gordon, come to Florida, Des. It's 70 degrees here. And we even have the internet. No way. The internet's in Florida, too? What? Mind blown. Okay, let me read some more. Oh, we are closing in on the end of our chat here. It is, let's see, we have like 7 more minutes. So, I guess I'll just throw in a couple of little things before we finish up, and then I can go back to answering some more questions. Yeah, new video will be going live on Thursday at noon, and the video from last week's live stream is already live on youtube.com/FateofDestinee. I generally get the video from the recorded live stream up on YouTube within the week, usually before the next week's live stream, internet allowing. With the whole Google Plus YouTube integration thing, I had some issues, but, also, keep your eye out for the new direction for the Fate of Destiny channel. And I don't know, I'm having fun. I am having fun with it, so I hope you guys like what I'm gonna start doing. William Prophet, let's go for an all-nighter. Oh my gosh, that would be so much talking. I'm already hungry, guys. You can't just sit here and, like, not have some kind of meal. I gotta, like, as soon as I get done with this, I'm totally gonna go make food. I'll pretend I know how to cook and do something in the kitchen, and hopefully it won't, like, set on fire, and hopefully it will also be edible. Also, for you guys who were at last week's live stream, I totally included a blooper. So, the live stream episode number 25 on youtube.com/FateofDestinee does have +1 blooper in it because of all of you guys who were teasing me so bad. Thor to Shane, entertain us! Are you not entertained? P.S. That's like one of my all-time favorite movies. It's right up there. And Bradley, she's all bouncy. Must be good. I really enjoy mixing it up and keeping things fresh. That is the only reason. Well, not the only reason. That is one of the main reasons why I've been able to keep making so many videos. I mean, I guess I'm also fortunate that I have, like, all these ideas and not even enough time to put the ideas onto video. And then there's also the perk of having friends through the internet. I make these awesome connections with you guys, and that's definitely a huge part. That's why I have the live stream even at all. I mean, I wouldn't do it if there weren't, 69 of you firearms enthusiasts tuning in to, like, hang out with my goofy self for an hour and a half. Really? Really? He's pouting pretty hard over here. Timothy John Larson, your energy is awesome and contagious. Well, thank you. I guess I'm just really excited about dinner. No, I really do, like, have so much fun doing these live streams. It's crazy. I started doing them, 25 episodes ago thinking, yeah, I'll try it out. What's the worst that can happen? We have 1 hour and a half where, like, nobody shows up and I sit here, like, being bored and talking to myself, which will be awkward for an hour and a half, but then it'll be done. But no, you guys keep tuning in and you keep making this fun for me, so I really hope that you have even, like, half as much fun as I do. And Jofa Beats, Aries just wants to say goodbye to everyone. Yes, I think so. Tom Taylor, first timer, it was fun. Oh, I didn't even catch your first hello. Well, a belated welcome to you, Tom. Thank you for tuning in and checking out the live stream. I've had some friends who, like, the first time they do a live stream, they're like, oh, this is kind of weird because it's just her on camera and I'm putting words out to her and I don't know, this is kind of weird. But what I think helps is the fact that, once I see it or once it pops up, I see it pretty quick and I can respond to it pretty quick and it ends up being a pretty fluid conversation. I usually, I can't say I've ever had a moment where I was really, like, struggling for something to talk about, which is wonderful. And, it keeps it enjoyable. And this is, like, my chance to talk with my friends who happen to enjoy firearms, which is great. Donald Broughton, Des, love the vid of you singing. Where did you shoot it? Which one? On the AllThingsDestinee channel, I have, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 vids of me singing. I have another vid on Artisan Tony's channel where I was singing with his son at his son was playing guitar and I was singing until I couldn't remember the words because it was totally impromptu and I didn't know he was going to record it and I didn't know even more that he was going to post it. But, there's another little, like, tidbit of me, I guess. But that's on Artisan Tony's channel, and that was recorded at Iraq Veteran 8888's shoot, and that was out in Georgia, which was really gorgeous, by the way. Georgia's some pretty, pretty country. Mark Rorig, we all love you, Des. Believe it or not, we are all goofy in most cases. Guess we got it from you. Haha. Yeah, though. Who was it? Somebody was saying I'm contagious, so hopefully you don't mind catching silly through the internets. Aussie Wombat. See you next week, Des, and Dad of Destiny, and Aries. Thank you for joining. Brian B. I have enjoyed the first live stream that I actually caught live. Yeah! Oh, Donald Roten says there was a large mic on stage. That I shot actually at home. And that is one of my microphones on one of my microphone stands. That was the first singing video I did, I think, because I wasn't originally going to post it. That video was a cover of Adele's Not Rolling in the Deep. Set Fire to the Rain. And I had originally recorded it as a Mother's Day present for my mom. And then I thought, well, you know, I already have it on YouTube. What the heck? I'll go out on a limb and share it and see what people think. So, oh, we are now out of time. So I will see you during the week at thearmsguide.com and facebook.com/thefateofdestinee. And I will hope to see you here next week, same bat time, same bat channel. new.livestream.com/FateofDestinee. And of course, I'll see you on the YouTubes. Thanks, guys. Bye!